We start with this woman's story here. She says that she turned to drugs after the death of her husband.
Drug counselors say this is not uncommon, but WCPO 9 News reporter Larry SEWARD shows us a new treatment program based on grief and how it helped her. He's in the newsroom right now. Larry.
Tanya, Stephanie Neeley used fentanyl to numb pain. She called healing impossible until convinced hurting is part of the only way through.
When Stephanie Neeley and Gene Johnson met, long hugs seemed so far away.
I never imagined in my wildest dreams that it could be this good.
That just hearing the impact of Johnson's grief group at Cincinnati's Center for Addiction Treatment had on this 36-year-old widow who used to think she needed fentanyl to cope choked him up off camera.
The most important thing that they did for me was love me when I couldn't love myself and hold me up until I was able to stand on my own.
On November 22, 2016, Neeley found her husband Matthew Singh dead in their bed, killed by an overdose from fentanyl powder his wife tried to hide.
That's when the guilt started, which would, grow from that day forward until I entered into, the grief counseling here.
Angry, hurt, and wanting to feel nothing, she bought and used fentanyl every day. Neeley even drove to get it with her 5-year-old in the back seat. After someone shot their car, Neeley went to Cincinnati's Center for Addiction Treatment and landed in their grief group.
I was taught the tools and how to cope with my grief and how to not carry that guilt around.
Since October, the center claims the group graduates patients at rates 11 to 19 percentage points higher than others.
The bottom line is that they're really grieving the loss of themselves to their addiction.
Johnson says grief-stricken addiction has red flags, people hit with depression, anxiety, and no connection to others. So he teaches ways to work through grief by focusing on the pain and its causes instead of avoiding them. Neeley is clean. She's gone 6 months without relapse and not a single day managing grief alone.
That center's grief class takes patients by counselor referral only, but managers are looking at ways to get more people involved.